scariest 30 seconds of my life. I couldn't do anything. It's like I couldn't move inside my head.
It's called abulia, the inability to make a decision or exercise will.
Is it gonna happen again?
It's part of a TIA, a transient ischemic attack. Blood was cut off to a section of your frontal lobe.
Is it like a stroke or something?
A little. What drugs have you taken recently?
No drugs.
Toxins are another possibility. You might have been exposed to something at work, for instance.
No real job right now.
Exposure can build up over time and lie dormant for a while. What was your last job?
Pet store.
Exotic pets?
Tropical fish.
And before that?
Unemployment. And before that, I sold subscriptions on the phone. And before that, unemployment. Before that, I worked at Jeans Gone Wild. Before that, unemployment. Before that, I walked dogs. And before that...
Loss of free will. I like it. Maybe we can get Thomas Aquinas in for a consult. What caused the TIA?
Arteries are clear, no sign of a clot.
Could have dissolved. Most likely came from her heart. We should do a bubble study.
Clots are unlikely in a 28-year-old who's not on the pill. It's probably a vasospasm caused by drugs.
I don't think so. She goes from job to job. Maybe there's some kind of ADD here. Help us pinpoint where the neurological...
She goes from job to job because she's a scam artist. She works just long enough to qualify for unemployment, then gets fired and gets high.
I still don't think it's drugs. Did you check for infection?
LP showed nothing, no fever. White blood count is normal.
Could be toxic exposure.
You're the one always saying it must be drugs.
You figure she's a minority? She must be stoned?
You know that's not what
She seems like a nice girl.
You haven't met her. She was pregnant at 15, dropped out of high school. She's a real overachiever.
Come on, cut her some slack. Her baby died of SIDS.
This isn't some romantic story about a nice girl scarred by tragedy. She's a drug-using scam artist scarred by tragedy.
On the other hand, her tox screen just came back. She's clean.
You're wasting my time. He's wasting...
What's life without the ability to make stupid choices? She needs her free will. Find out why her brain froze before she can't decide to take her next breath. You find the toxins, you run your bubble study. You won't find anything, I'll get the office to myself. There's a lot of porn piling up on the internet. Doesn't download itself.
That isn't mine.
It was in your closet.
It belongs to this guy who used to live with me.
You might want to let him know he's got arsenic poisoning. We should get a sample of his hair so we can see the extent.
But I don't do... I don't do drugs.
Get a crash guard in here. Respiratory arrest. Suppose it's an autoimmune disease. What's the biggest danger of total body radiation? It suppresses the immune system, which is what we're trying to do with the steroids anyway.
I don't usually put out on my first date, but I gotta say, that is a rad move. Get her consent. Start the radiation.
How do you feel?
Weak, sleeping a lot.
That's normal after radiation.
Deep breath?
A little queasy, too. When I feel sick to my stomach, I always want vanilla ice cream. It's soothing.
It's best to stick with liquids for now.
Shh. I'm getting a murmur.
Oh, my arm. It's hurting me. Take it off. Take it off! Oh, 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 my God!
Pain is the issue. Just the pressure of the BP cuff was enough to start her screaming.
That's not cancer. It sounds like...
Sounds like she's septic.
A lot of things can cause pain.
How much pain?
Too much.
It's not cancer. It's not autoimmune. It's an infection, and we fried her immune system.
But she had no fever. Her LP was clear.
Do an echo to confirm it's in the heart. And then I'll tell our patient that we just killed her.
I'll tell her.
Hey. How come no mask?
We think You have an infection.
Didn't the radiation work?
Did what it was supposed to do. You're dying.
What do you mean, like things are bad and then someday I'm gonna... How much time? How much time?
We can't know exactly.
A year? Less than a year?
Less than 24 hours.
I don't understand. Why are you saying this to me? You're trying to scare me? Why would you do that?
I'm sorry. It's true.
How bad is this cancer? Yesterday, you thought I had a chance.
You don't have cancer. You came in with an infection. We didn't catch it.
What kind of infection?
Doesn't matter. The radiation was the worst thing we could have done. We destroyed the part of your body that was fighting it off. It spread to your heart.
Then give me drugs. They have drugs for infections?
Antibiotics work with the immune system, but your immune system is non-existent because of the radiation.
If it's my heart, you can get me a new heart. People have heart transplants all the time.
It wouldn't help. Infections everywhere. There's nothing anybody can do.
What do you want? Want to see if I'm dying on schedule? Or do you want me to tell you it's all right? I'm okay with it.
I'd like your forgiveness, but I don't expect it.
Good. Because this isn't like you ran your cart into mine at the supermarket.
No. Your grandparents haven't arrived yet. If they don't make it on time, is there anything you'd like me to tell them?
Never really knew them.
You got any friends you want me to call?
It's the middle of the night. They're not the kind of friends you ask to help you move, never mind watch you die. I never did much. No kid to leave behind. When I go, the world's not gonna be any different. Kind of a relief for you, huh? Aren't you ever gonna leave?
No.
Yeah.
Time of death, 3:35. Do whatever you want.
If you need absolution, go to a priest. Or give alms to the poor. Whatever ritual comforts you.
I killed her.
Yeah, me too.
This wasn't, oh, I should have thought of that idea sooner. This wasn't messing up a dosage. We see a disease rushing down on someone like a train. We can't always get them out of the way. But this wasn't that.
No. And you'll do it again. A lot of doctors. This would be a once-in-a-lifetime mistake. But we are not a lot of doctors. Most save more patients than the guy down the street. But a few of the ones that he'd save by doing what everyone else does, we will lose.
So you're giving me numbers?
Because they don't lie. I can't forgive you, Foreman. Because there's nothing to forgive.